Welcome to R&DW Adventures. I'm Darryl.
And I'm Renee.
And we're out here in West Bloomfield today to try out a new feature of Cachely, which is the ability to see the stages of an adventure lab. Now there's a couple of different adventure labs that start right about where we're standing right now that we've kind of not really done, in part because it's so tough. There's a ton of caches around here and there's these adventure labs, so we're going to have to toggle back and forth between the applications. But now, in Cachely, we have the various stages of the adventure labs. We've got this one right here, which is actually a different adventure lab than these stages over here. So our primary goal is going to be in the nature preserve. But we're going to try for this one, since it's right here, and maybe, depending on time and heat and everything, we're going to do the other ones. So join us as we take a look at those. So right at our trailhead is our first adventure lab stage we're going to try. This is the one that's not actually part of the targets for today, but is kind of overlapping a little bit. But the way that this works now in Cachely is you tap on that, bring up the menu, and we can say open in the Adventure Lab app. It takes us to that adventure rather than to the actual stage. So we actually have to go in, do that. So we'll go in here, see the details, answer, look up our answers, and drop those in. So as we continue the adventure labs along the way, one of the cool things that Cachely now does is actually refresh the found status on the adventure labs, because that's not something it used to do. You used to have to manually do it. I really appreciate that now it's pulling that data and we don't have to do it ourselves.
So we found our first geocache of the day. No, it wasn't here, although this would be perfect, don't you think? It was actually an Earthcache, and it was right pretty much on top of one of the stages of the adventure lab that we're also doing.
So we are very much off the trail right now, finding some of the caches that are actually here, part of a multi-puzzle kind of thing. Right. You go and find the individual stages in the lid. They have coordinate pieces to help get you to the final for the bonus cache. So we're doing those. We're doing earth caches, finding snakes, and doing the adventure labs. One of the things that occurs to me as we're doing these geocaches in particular is, as someone who started in 2005, this is very much what geocaching was supposed to have been. I am absolutely loving all the wildlife out here as well today. And to make things better, they're actually giving us a hand. We were walking over to this one, and a squirrel came right over and knocked the camo off the top of the container for us.
So we've wrapped up that adventure lab. We got the bonus cache for that. Got a whole bunch of others along the way. Still have some stuff to finish though. Caching today, except for that I'm a little bit more experienced than when we started, reminds me of the beginning. I'm along more for the ride. So as you heard Darryl say earlier, in Cachely now you can see the adventure labs most people are supposed to be able to see the adventure labs, I still can't. So I have to toggle back and forth, and he's all, oh no, now we're doing this part, now we're doing this part, and I'm like, now I'm along for the ride. But we're finding them. I'm still having fun. I still love it.
So it really has been easy with Cachely doing this mix of the adventure labs and the puzzles and that kind of stuff. Just jumping back and forth really made this so much easier than it was just a little while ago, as a testament to how difficult it was for Renee doing it kind of the old school way. But we did wrap up the traditional cache series. It gave us the clues for another bonus cache. So we're heading up to the trail, not to the nature preserve that we just came from, to finish up the bonus caches and hopefully get a few more. That's going to do it for this adventure. We very much enjoyed having everything almost available in Cachely. The one ask that I still have is really toward, can we get a direct link to the stage so that I don't have to view the page or the landing page for that adventure every time. That did get a little bit annoying and does take a little bit more time. That said, this is still a huge improvement, as you found out.
Definitely. Still frustrating for me, but really cool to see what's happening on your end.
Yeah. But in all, if we get this last bonus cache, I think that's 9 traditional finds for us, including the puzzles, the Earthcache.
It's a lot more work than just 9 normal ones.
And then 7 adventure lab
and
stages.
2.5 miles of a hike.
Probably a little bit more, closer to 3 by the time we get back, and seeing some wildlife, which was very cool. Make sure to check out the playlist down in the corner for more of our geocaching videos. Then on the other side is going to be our channel icon. Make sure to hit that so that you can see all of the other stuff that we do on this channel, including some junk foodings and some openings.